Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on this video, Yoga for Tight Hamstrings. Today we are going to discuss the hamstrings specifically, so the back of our legs, and we're going to dive into the areas of tightness and also figure out ways to help you become more flexible. Some of us are super flexible in our hamstrings because we were born that way, but also because of the activities that we did as kids. And some of us are super tight in our hamstrings because we were born that way, or because of all the activities that we have done leading up to this point right now. So wherever you are on that scheme of hamstrings, I hope that you can work with me today and have some fun. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, I want you to go ahead and grab a puffy pillow from around your house, or if you own a yoga block or a bolster, you can use those as well. I'm gonna work with a pillow since most of us own pillows and generally have them in our houses. We're gonna place our prop, whichever one you choose, down onto your mat. From there, we're gonna have a seat. Now, the purpose of sitting on a block, a bolster, or pillow is so that our pelvis can anterior tilt, meaning tilt forward. Otherwise, a lot of us sit down just like this in a posterior tilt, where our chest is forward, our spine is curled, and we don't have the ability to lift from our chest without our knees having to bend because our hamstrings are so tight. So a lot of these things can help you right away enjoy a fold. So lots of levels are watching this video, so I want to try to reach out to each one of you, but I also want you to be really aware of where your body is. So as we start seated, the first thing I want you to do is take your fingertips behind you or to your sides, tilt your pelvis forward, and then exhale, tilt back. So you become aware of an anterior and a posterior tilt. So inhale as you come forward, exhale as you kind of sink back into your lower back. One more time, let's go ahead and tilt forward and stay there, and then boom, you're gonna feel your stomach engage. So we call this Uddiyana Bandha or Mula Bandha, a locking of the core. So as soon as we lock our core and you sit up tall, some of you may freak out in your hip flexors, in your hamstrings, or your lower back. And that's okay, but I want you just to start to notice those sensations. From here, we're gonna inhale our arms high to the sky and just take a gentle twist to your right. So we're gonna lower our hand outside of our leg and twist and look over the right shoulder. This is gonna allow our spine to warm up. On our next breath, we're gonna inhale, look forward, raise both arms to the sky, and then exhale, twist to the second side. As we twist the second side, look over the back shoulder. From here, inhale, look forward, reach both arms up into the sky. Good, and then exhale very slowly, pick up your feet, and then plant them out wide, and I just want you to reach your hands forward. So this is gonna start to release your low back a little bit here. I want you to notice if there's any tension, and if there is, that's okay, but just notice and relax your head all the way down to the ground. From here, we're gonna slide out through our right leg. We're gonna keep the leg straight as we take our opposite foot and bend our knee in. So again, you're still on your pillow, bolster, or block, and you're tilting the pelvis forward. So you might stay seated. So if you're tight in your hamstrings, stay here. Otherwise, rotate your chest towards the leg and then start to walk forward. Now, some people use straps as props where they'll wrap the strap around their foot, but I kind of prefer you just to check in with your body instead. So as you walk forward, you'll just notice, can I go further? Eventually, you'll find the side of your foot, and then as you find the side of your foot, you can stay upright or you can bend the elbows and pull yourself down. So wherever you are in this hamstring stretch, maybe you're here, maybe you're seated, maybe you're all the way upright, I just want you to breathe into the back of your leg. So take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more breath in together, breath in. And then breath out. If you're all the way folded forward, join me in seated, and then we're just gonna gently switch our legs. So you'll extend out through the opposite leg and then help this knee come in. So notice how I'm assisting my leg. From there, again, realign my spine, rotate towards my straight leg. My foot is in dorsal flexion, which provides me a really strong base for this pose and engages the muscles. So as I rotate, I look over. If you want, maybe you reach your arms up, and then from there you hinge. Your stopping point might be here, maybe it's past your foot, whatever it is, Your awareness is that you're slowly folding into the back of the leg, which is the hamstring. Now you're also gonna feel your low back. You're gonna feel the connections right into your tailbone. You're gonna notice all these other aspects of your body as you do this too. So again, 3 breaths here, so through the nose and out. Through the nose and out. And then one more time through the nose. And then as your breath comes out, slowly release it and then gently bring your body back up to seated. Good. From there, I want you to slowly allow the feet to touch. So this is gonna work into the hips a little bit, but we're gonna kind of keep coming back to these small hip stretches, small back stretches, which assist the opening of our hamstrings. So inhale, sit up really tall. Exhale again, stay here. Option 2, elbows force the knees apart gently. Option 3, if you want, you'll extend the arms forward and then start to walk them forward, allowing your head to bow forward. As this happens, you're gonna notice the outsides of your hips. You're gonna notice your lower back. So you're gonna notice more aspects of your body. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and then take 2 more breaths on your own. Try to keep the lips closed as you breathe, and breathe in and out through your nose. Maybe your eyes shut, maybe your head drops. Again, maybe you're in your upright position. On your final exhale, bring your body back up, and then we're gonna return both legs out wide to the sides of the room. So again, we're kind of tricking the muscles. We're stretching the right hamstring, stretching the left, then bringing them back together, and now we're gonna re-extend them, and now they've been here a second time already. So as your legs push away from each other, notice if you dropped right back into your tail, or can you push and root through your tailbone, which again brings your pelvis forward. So I want you to feel really tall. Feet are active, so notice my toes are lifted. Option 1, you're here. Option 2, hands come to the shins or knees and you're here. Option 3, your hands can come in front of you and then maybe you fold in. So if you do own blocks or bolsters or you own more pillows, maybe you stack those pillows here and you can rest on them. Eventually, maybe you can find your feet with both hands, or you can walk your body all the way forward, allowing yourself to lay on your chest. Wherever you choose to stay, again, I want you to find 3 breaths, so it's not too long here, and just allow your body to fold in. We're gonna be working the hamstrings only in seated today. There are many, many ways to stretch your hamstrings, so I want you to notice that the more that you do these couple of movements combined with your hip stretches, just how your body responds. Eventually we'll get to some standing hamstring exercises as well, but I just want you to notice seated how your back responds and then how the 2 hamstrings respond when we're done. On your last breath, come on up. We're gonna shift back to the right leg, but keep your leg out this time, don't pull it in. It's gonna make the pose harder. As you shift over to that leg, boom, your body might say, I wanna stay here. Otherwise, we start to walk and crawl forward. Watch this foot, it likes to turn in. We call that internal rotation of the hip, also supination of the foot, okay? So from there, actually pronation of the foot. So instead, keep the toe lifted. And again, walk it out and forward, and you can either bow over the leg or again, you're in this upright position. If eventually we can find our foot, I want you to try to bend those elbows straight down versus wide to the side, so that way the shoulders can relax. One more breath here, now that you've been in your fold. And then gently come up. You'll come through center, sit up really tall, make sure your pelvis is still in line with your spine. Rotate towards the other leg, stay here, or again, we'll walk forward. So while I'm talking to you, just fold into the pose and then continue to breathe. I wanna walk you through just those things that are gonna happen, like our feet becoming inactive, so again, keeping the heels down, and then all the other sensations that you might be feeling. Take one more breath here, and then gently return up. From here, I want you to assist your legs back together, especially if this was really hard for you. So you'll lift from the bottom of one knee, and then you'll lift from the bottom of the other. Notice my feet are apart, so I'm giving them room. We're gonna take a seated forward bend, but with our feet apart, we're gonna have more room. So I want you to inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, maybe you stay right here. So if this is greatly pulling on your back, or it's pulling too much, even from your hip flexors right now, I want you to stay. I also want you to notice that if this feels so intense and your muscles are starting to shake, bend your knees some, and you can work from right here. So heels to the earth and knees bent. Take a full breath in, and then as we come forward, you'll lay your stomach towards your knees, and then this way you can easily find your feet. Again, some of you are gonna lay your stomach towards your knees and just stay right here. So I don't want you to feel like you're not accomplished if you can't find your feet or you can't even sit forward comfortably. I just want you to notice where you are with your body and know that it's a practice and it takes time. So if you can easily find your feet and you should have your legs straight, you'll just kind of bring those legs out straight. Everyone is still in their fold, and then as you fold, again, sides of the feet. Another grip is over the feet eventually, all right, or peace fingers to your big toes as well. And again, we're just pulling down. I feel this a lot in my back because my back is tight in my upper back, but I also definitely feel this in the bottom of my legs. Finish your third breath and then slowly come back up. From here, assist the legs all the way together. So lift and lift, hugging inner thighs. So it's adduction of the legs. Again, this might be too much for you to keep your legs together, so stay with that first option, feet open. Again, we're gonna go back and forth through this because we're gonna kind of trick those hamstrings. We're gonna create flexibility and then we're gonna go to a different muscle, create flexibility and then come back. So again, bend your knees in if you wish, inhale your arms up, exhale stomach to thighs, reach, and then fold, or keep your legs out in front of you and then you'll fold forward as far as you can. Maybe your hands stay here. It totally depends on your body. So as you fold, you can take your head and drop it down, or you can keep your drishti, your eyeballs, towards your toes. So you'll finish your third breath here. And then very, very gently and slowly come back up. Good. Exhale, let's bend our knees towards our chest and then give them a big hug. Good. So you started with 3 very simple movements, all right? We allowed ourselves to kind of twist our spine side to side. And then from there, we allowed one leg to work out to the side and then the other. We also incorporated a couple hip stretches, and then we went back and forth, the right side, the left side. We pulled the legs wider and then we brought them closer together. So I want you to just kind of restart this video and do this again. So then you have your quick 10 minutes of opening up your hamstrings, and then maybe you just repeat the movement. Or please stay longer than 3 breaths. You can stay for 5, you can stay for 7, you can even stay for 10, which is about a minute per side. So listen to your body, continue to treat your hamstrings well, and then I hope eventually they start to loosen up. Remember, if you have any questions for me or for your hamstrings, please comment below. I'm happy to get back to you. See you guys later.